Okay, I'm back. I think I fixed the problem. So let's try that again, shall we? I do have it on subscribers only mode, so I apologize to anybody who is not a subscriber, but I'm really not in the mood for bullshit tonight, so I'm just gonna continue what I was doing. Because I don't care. So I will see if hopefully this gets put out into the algorithm and people can find it. I sincerely apologize for that shutting down my I don't know if my internet or something. So I sincerely apologize for that. So I hope I didn't like lose the momentum too much, but I did put up the video that we'll be reacting to. So welcome back, Barb, Mark, Kellyanne. Good to see you guys. Like I said, I apologize for that other one going out. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But it is on subscribers only mode now. So if you want to come in and cause issues, then you're gonna have to subscribe to me for 15 minutes. So there that is. But I know I'm pissing people off today. I know I'm poking the bear. I know. I have not made myself a very popular person recently, but that's okay. That's cool. That's cool. It really doesn't bother me what a bunch of randos on the internet think of me, especially ones like the ones that I've talked about. I'm all good with that. Yes, we are back. And I have the video ready to go. I'm really hoping it's not going to echo too badly because that would just be another thing that is, you know, on my thing for today. Um, oh, that's awesome. I always don't know if it's Ailey or Allie, but regardless, all I hear is Natasha doing her nonsense with that. But that's just because you get under her skin. But that's awesome. I hope you guys enjoy your couple days there. That's really exciting. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna share my screen. Though we're gonna do that. I don't know if anybody was here for the beginning of my last one, but I was showing a really fun email I got from one of Dorothy's mods. And a couple of Dorothy's mods or people associated with her seem to be really obsessed with me. They're like adding jabs at me into their screen names, which I find to be I'm honored. I mean, what am I gonna get next? My very own hate channel? I mean, that's when you know you've made it, right? And our good friend Ariana wrote me a lovely email that is just so well written. I wouldn't have thought a adult wrote it, but that's cool. Apparently she the term sneaky snake is her intellectual property, and I'm not original, and I'm stealing her ideas by saying it. Yeah, I know. That was my thoughts too. I was like, okay, if you say so. But yeah, yeah, she is annoying, double, exactly. Like, what the fuck? Like, no one did anything to you. I talk about you because you've been fucking rude from the get go. Literally. Like, the one person who has mocked, like, everything that I've, like, all of it is you. So, pardon me if I have something to say back. That's how this works, honey. Hi, Amber. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Although I'm sure you're getting ready for the baby, so I'm sure YouTube has not been like number one priority. Yes, let me do this. And if it's echoing really badly to the point where it's like unwatchable, um one of my mods will let me know. Um I'm hoping it isn't. I know that there's a way to fix it. I know. I'm just really bad at this. I don't know how to yeah. I'm learning. We're all learning. Okay. So, let's share my screen. And of course I, added my own flair to this because I can. No, no. Oh, I feel bad. People think they missed the live and they didn't miss the live. I just had to start a new one. Okay. All right. Yes, share tab audio. That's what it's supposed to be, right? Yeah. Wait. Okay. Let me try something, and you guys can let me know if you can hear it. Okay. Okay. So, mods, can you let me know if you can hear this? I'm going to let it play for like just a minute. So, can one of you text me?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I know I'm terrible. I'm absolutely terrible. And that's why my Polly in your pocket dividend dick fund is dividend dick. Polly in your pocket dividend dick fund. Yes, it has a catchy little ditty to it. Tasha, I was going to say something.
So this woman, I forget who this is. I should know. Has some actually really great insight into what Natasha does here. And the fact that she really can't help herself when it comes to overspending, and it's kind of like an addiction for her, and I truly believe that. And this is, a perfect example of it. Perfect example of it. Because I don't believe that like you're reasonable person. I mean, I get it. Like a new baby is always exciting. I get that. But listen to her logic here, and hopefully somebody texts me and lets me know that you can hear me. Please, please, please. I'm getting like my phone is blown up right now. But yes, hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm afraid to like click out of this in case it like messes up. But so let's keep going, and I'll keep going like this until somebody lets me know.
I know you're super excited about having a granddaughter, but you have to slow down buying stuff because when it comes time for baby shower, there's literally going to. I was in the shower today listening to you say you bought a friggin' scale. She does not need a scale. Well, she might. She does not need a pediatrician scale. Well, she might need one. Yeah, okay, because she's not going to take her baby for checkups. Oh my good lord. Well, she might need it for something. Oh no, you never know. They are obviously sold for a reason. I'll give you that. But you have got to stop because there's going to be nothing left for her real baby shower and virtual. I don't have it.
And it's very true. Like, her logic for it's more the logic that's anything else. It's like, well, she might need one. She might, so I'm just going to buy it. And that's like her whole mentality with this. So what I think is that, what she's missing right now, I think she's making more money than she did in the first place. That's just my opinion. And I can go through that at a different point where what my logic is with that. But at the, on top of that, like, oh my God, yeah, she's missing this extra pocket money for the casino and for this extra spending.
It's just frustrating. So I've literally been without an income for a month. Yeah, it's been a month, and and I'm thankful for the super chats that I get.
No, you're not.
But when you go, because when you go from having a guaranteed income that you have from memberships on 3 channels, and then you're making $18, $15, $12, $24. I mean,
what about putting up the links at the top internet that you put up, like the 500?
I stopped putting the pools up because everybody was complaining that, everybody, and
yeah.
Well, I just put the Cash App, the Venmo, and the PayPal. But
only?
It's just.
Is that all?
What they can. It's just people just don't send
enough.
I don't know. It's just. Yeah.
So there you go. She's saying that people don't send her enough. So that's what the problem is. I'm grateful for absolutely. Natasha's too fast. I can't fix that. Nobody ever says that. Let me see if I can slow it down a little bit. Let me know if this helps. Hopefully. I'll fix it if I need to. This is the problem. This thing keeps like it's wonky. And it's like it's throwing my game off here and I'm mad. I don't know what's wrong with this. It's the editing program. Hold on. Yeah, she's never too fast. But I slowed it down, so hopefully it doesn't make it like painful like it is just to listen to her in the first place. But yeah, so she's saying, and here's the thing. She said last night, she's like, oh, I only put the PayPal pools up because I don't have an income. Bitch, you've been putting PayPal pools up for months. What was your excuse then? She sounds so greedy in that clip. It's so greedy. I appreciate every penny that's sent my way because you want to know something? Subscribers don't owe me a dime. Nobody owes me anything. But if they choose to donate, that's great. I would not like go through the list like an ungrateful brat and be like, it's not enough. And no, that's not a way to make your subscribers feel valued. Are you kidding me? That makes me so angry. If I was a subscriber of hers, I'd be very angry. All right, hopefully this helps.
I'm gonna buy whatever I want to buy. Yeah, and I can't help it. And
we know.
If I have to create an OnlyFans and virtually link packages.
Gross.
I wouldn't. Please don't take that as an insult. I wasn't being mean. I know, baby. It has loud smell.
Okay, I'm gonna preface this. So this was the clip that I was not sure if I wanted to keep in it, but so Natasha's on panel with You Dirty Hooker, and they're basically talking about Natasha's trying to figure out what loud is. So as most of us know, that's another word for weed. I've heard it used for other things too. I don't use that word. I'm a little old for that, but so they're talking about that, and Natasha pulls, well, you'll hear it in here. Like I said, I'm not going to even do much commentary. If you guys have the same thoughts as I do on this, then, great. But let's see.
love to eat. I love burnt popcorn. Like, love it. And they hate it because it smells the whole thing house up. So next time, hold on, I'm gonna like, should Mariah know what that is?
She better not.
I mean, do you think she would?
Yes, probably.
Mariah!
Look at me,
I'm
Yuri.
gonna
I'm Yuri.
I know, right? It's the wood. Mariah! Oh, she hears me. Hold on, I gotta yell.
I don't want to hear her yell. It would drive me up a wall.
Mariah, yeah, that burnt popcorn is loud. What? Did you hear what I said? Do you know what it means? Huh? Do you know what it means when somebody says that the weed is loud? How did you know that?
Oh, you
Shut up!
So the only reason I include this is because Natasha has gone on and on and on and on and on about Granny's Watching's parenting and about the fact that, she, lets her kids be online and, apparently is, also, and the people in her chat are worse about saying stuff about her. I've seen some disgusting stuff about Jess. And, and she's literally gone on about how she is just so good at, that you guys have heard it. I don't have to reiterate it, but to hear that you're having this conversation with somebody who's 14, I find that a little weird. I mean, I'm not going to say much more on it. I mean, you might agree with me, you might not. And that's fair. But that was, that rubbed me the wrong way, and I'm going to share it because it's public. And I'm not sharing anybody's voice or picture. None of that. Just commentary on it. So I don't know if that hits anyone else in a weird way, especially after the way she's talked about other people's parenting and other people's children. And don't say that hasn't talked about people's children, because she does, and she admits it actually in this video somewhere. So hold on.
Now she's running. How did you know that? I didn't even know. I said, you know what it means? Between the something, she said loud. It turned her head. Walk like she was gonna walk off. I told you she was running. She said she don't know. She just knows.
Okay.
On TikTok.
Okay. So, she was saying that, none of her kids, go on social media and will see stuff like that, and they don't watch stuff that's inappropriate, and she's a great monitor of it. Yet she's saying that, her 14-year-old's learning that, what the weed being loud means on TikTok. So I understand. Trust me, I understand. But it is the principle behind it that bothers me.
That's where she knows everything from.
TikTok. That's what it is. Yep. I back her up. And the wind said, "Oh no, Mariah, you're supposed to say no."
I know.
Fuchsia.
I always have to include this.
Oh.
What a clown.
I like.
Great color.
Don't wait. Yeah, he's gonna wonder what the hell is going on.
And I love how in her new intro on Twitch, she's so proud of that. She even included the still shot of her with two floppy dicks with googly eyes on her forehead, like she's proud of that or something. I guess to each their own. That's not particularly something I would, be proud of and advertise that I do on a regular basis. But, to each their own. I mean, who am I to, if that's what she's into? I mean, whatever.
Yeah, when me and Dalton first met, one of the first dates we went on, we always took kids on.
This is another one that I don't want to do too much commentary on. I just found it interesting. And I wouldn't even do this at all if it wasn't for how she has spoken about other people. That was my tipping point. That right there. And I just found this story to be weird, and especially after the whole thing that was going on yesterday being said about that whole situation. So just listen carefully. I mean, if this doesn't mean, I'm leaving this up for interpretation.
Because that's just what I do. So we went to the movies, and I will never forget. Dalton said, because it was me and Hannah and one of Hannah's friends, Cassie, and Mariah, and my other niece, Friendly. And Dalton turned around and he said, "Girls, are y'all thirsty?" And I wish y'all could have seen Friendly and Mariah's face. They looked at him and like they were just like, well, I can just ask this that. They legit only knew that thirsty meant. We all know what thirsty means, and they were.
So that's my thing. I'm like, how could anybody confuse the word thirsty? You know, they immediately think of something sexual. That's not what, when somebody says thirsty to me, I don't immediately think of something sexual. Especially if somebody's at a movie theater and they ask me if I want something to drink. My mind wouldn't go to that. And I found it weird that there's all of like that. That's weird to me. I don't know. I just wanted to share it because it's public and I can.
I think they never use that word again. He's clueless. Looking at him, he was like, "What? What?"
I mean, I would be too in that situation.
It was hilarious.
Wait, I've got one for
See, and this is their definition: overweight, sad fishing scammer. They spelled fishing wrong. Who thinks she is a true crime expert. She spends most of her time in a poop-stained recliner in the bathtub or at the casino. Yeah.
So I don't know who did that, but whoever did that, that's funny. That's funny. She should be honored she has a Urban Dictionary thing in her name. I mean, that she's really made. I mean, isn't she like so narcissistic that, you know, she thinks that she's a celebrity and is, you know, that much of a somebody? Although I think that actually, I don't know. I feel like that she could be like without anything and still believe that about herself, which, I mean, more power to her, but it comes off as like arrogant and, you know, I don't know. I'm all set. Like, I'm not wearing kid gloves or any sort of gloves anymore with any of this. No, there's no point in me not coming on here and being honest with everybody and telling people what I think. If there's something I'm not comfortable with, I won't do it, but totally sleep at night just fine.
Well, Natasha, see, I don't know how long it'll last, but I'll just make another one.
Mm-hmm. We can do this all day long.
Who thinks she's really off of YouTube? Who thinks that she's really all done with YouTube and she's not going to come back and she really means what she says this time? Put a 1 in the chat if you think that she means what she says this time. There's going to be absolutely no ones. Put a 2 if you don't. Yeah, she'll be back. This is a cycle with her. We all know it.
All I gotta do is yeah, it's true crime with Natasha C. That nasty bitch over there, she ain't even got no damn kids. Ain't nobody wanting to fuck her and have a kid.
So this is Natasha, guys. This is the kind of shit that she says. I believe she's addressing voices in this clip, which is incredibly rude. You know, you don't. I have a problem with that. That's not how you speak to people, first of all. And have you looked at yourself lately? Because I mean, I don't think you're in any position to you know, compare yourself to anybody. I mean, good Lord, woman. You know, and nope. That bothered me, and that's how this is what this woman. That's how she is. You know, that we all know this, except apparently at this point, I just believe that a lot of her audience actually enjoys that, and they're there for that sort of nonsense and that sort of like, you know, really mean stuff. You know, but I can't speak for her entire audience because I don't know them. So, but from what there's a lot of really mean people there.
And they always got to talk about somebody's kids. They want to talk about, you know, all of us. And then that stupid ass over there saying she's going to talk about my kids because I talked on Granny's kid. I ain't talked on her kid for days, you stupid bitch.
Oh, in days? Oh, so you're admitting that you've talked about Granny's watching children. Okay, that's good to know because you've denied it on many occasions. You said you've never spoken on her children. Well, I'm sorry, you just said out of your own mouth, bitch. You just haven't spoken about them for days. So all should be forgiven, right? Granny should just, I mean, it wasn't even Granny talking about it, but you know, everybody should just forget about that. We should all just forget about it. Okay. All right. I mean, in her logic, I mean, makes total sense. Said nobody ever.
Y'all, every one of y'all got so much karma coming.
I hope so.
First. Yeah. I've never in my life So they were laughing and cutting up and thinking that it was funny because my fund that I put up, I don't even remember what day I did this one. But anyhow, there's 26 days left in it, and it's the Jealous Haters Fund. It's at 6%. And they were mocking and laughing and talking about how I've lost so many subs, and every time they take one of my channels down, I lose more subs.
Do y'all remember talking about this at all in Voices chat the other night? Because I don't recall anybody bringing up where her PayPal fund was at, and certainly not mocking it. I literally was switching between the two lives, and there she goes on this song and dance, making people feel like they need to donate because fuck the haters, saying that all of that we're making fun of her PayPal pools and we're just being so mean and we're mocking her, when literally that never happened. Nobody did that. Nobody. It wasn't said up on the panel, and I did not see that in the chat either. But of course, she knows that works. She knows that riles people up with an emotional reaction, and she gets money out of it. And it works every time like a charm, like douche canoe. And it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Like, this is an audience of adults who I would hope would understand, but she knows her audience very well. And she knows what she can get away with and what she can't. And she also weighs risk pretty well. She knows that, with whatever she does, there's going to be a small percentage of people that don't care for it, but it doesn't affect her bottom line. So she'll weigh out the risks of whether she wants. I mean, I do the same thing, but like not in a way that's because I'm trying to manipulate people for money and stuff like that. For me, it's just more so that I'm a people pleaser. I always try to make everybody happy, and I can't do that. But let's continue.
And not as many people are coming back to watch, and I don't have the financial support that I used to have, and all of their usual bullshit. Well, I haven't been live since Tuesday.
But you've been elsewhere.
And I'm pretty sure Tuesday is when I put this fund up.
Okay.
And I haven't been live since then for anybody to donate until today.
Really?
So if nobody has made a donation to it, 660 people right now, Brennan, to you. 661, sorry. If nobody has seen it, because I haven't been live, then how are they going to?
Because you have like several channels like Dorothy Snorthy over there who drops your PayPal link and your funds and stuff like that. So there's that. Although there's that. You're on other platforms. Sometimes you go on other people's panels, and of course they're nice enough to drop your links for you because you're without an income and that's your livelihood. Or whatever the fuck. So there's that as well. But yeah, it is just absolutely, and nobody was even talking about her. That's the best part, is nobody was saying those things. Have those things been said in the past? Sure, they have, yeah. But they were definitely not being said at that point in time. And she loves to make people feel like, feel bad for her. It's sad fishing. Like it's classic sad fishing, and she's very good at it. But I feel like even her subscribers would be able to, tell that this is like repetitive. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that anymore. Long pauses. Bet y'all want me to speed her up now.
Renee, it is the craziest mess that I have ever in
my life witnessed.
Heard.
Or
I know, Michael. I know. It's Recline with Natasha and Amanda.
La la la. I took a screenshot. Yes, I like doing.
Portland and two other people trying to mock my MK Ultra.
Why the fuck would anybody mock that? Are you seriously trying to make people feel bad for you because somebody quote unquote mocked your stupid like chanting and shit, do you really think people are seriously mocking it? Or I don't know, maybe like joking around about it, or else you're serious, because the only reason that would affect you and make you upset is if you're dead serious when you do it. So I don't know which is worse. That I don't understand, Natasha.
Saw that too. Mrs. Portland said she was going to give her stare
So
to them.
God forbid. Like, why does that matter? Why does that matter? Who cares?
Isn't that a hate?
Yeah, it is.
None of them can stand me. They all don't like me. Voices can't quit streaming me because she doesn't have any other content.
That's not
And
true.
the rest can't stop talking about me.
So here's the thing, Natasha. This is how this part of YouTube works, right? And you should know that more than anybody. It's kind of this cycle where it's drama and we kind of talk about each other and go back and forth. Now, what this community has become is something completely on its own. However, what would your content be without talking about other people? Sorry, there's like a loud motorbike. Oh my God. I hate living. I hate living in the city. What would your content be? Like, I can't even imagine what the percentage, like, you're always talking about somebody else. Here's what your lives consist of: dragging somebody else at the beginning, and then you run out of things to say, and you don't know what to do. So you start humming, and, singing to yourself. And you'll sometimes ask if people want to come on panel, but usually that in these long pauses, and then those are, occasionally you'll let people know where the fund is at. And then it's like rinse and repeat, long ass silences. You're hours and hours of silence. And then if it's not silence, it's other people coming up on your panel and carrying it for you. But the main premise of your content, like the theme of your content, is dragging other people, Natasha. It always has been. Always on your Recline channel. Who are you trying to fool? Like, it's ridiculous. I'm so tired of hearing her fucking say that. And I'll talk about whoever the fuck I want to talk about. That's why. Don't need to give a reason.
Holy shoot, haha. I have 174 patrons in the $5 tier.
Good for you.
49 in the $10 tier. Other people don't. I don't know. It's just such a mess. And I don't know. I had a really bad night last night. I didn't feel good, and I was just down and out about my channels and, the lack of income, and, it sucks. Not being able to rely on channel memberships and knowing that you're going to have that much guaranteed
It's
money
not a guaranteed
month.
income.
Are you going to not set up memberships? Or what are you doing?
I'm not setting them up on this new channel. There's no sense in it. If it gets taken down, it's just a pain in the ass for the members. There's no sense in it, and has.
Oh, stop pretending that you care about the members. Well, that's not what it's about. It's because it's your channels that keep popping up. They're either in somebody else's name, or if they're in I think it's your AdSense account that's flagged. So if you try to monetize and do memberships, that's when YouTube would kind of pick up on it and terminate your channel, because you're not supposed to be here because you've been terminated, and they've told you that on Twitter. And I have shown everybody, yet people seem to still want to, believe what they want, which also blows my mind. But let's continue.
Having them sign up for a membership that's just going to be paused again like the other channels.
Why do you think it might make it taken down?
Well, every other one that I've done has.
See, it's questions like that that make me think that Dorothy can see through her bullshit. I'm sorry about the music. I live in the city. The windows are open. It's fucking loud. It's so loud. But Dorothy asks some questions from time to time that really make me wonder if she can see through the bullshit, and is like, I don't know. They're both trying to play games with each other. And I think Dorothy genuinely thinks she's going to win, which is hilarious, because I might not like the woman, but Natasha, you don't stand a chance, Dorothy. You don't stand a fucking chance. And I am living for that day. I will make popcorn. We'll have a party. It'll be great to watch. It'll be glorious. It'll be better than like any like Netflix thing that I've binged lately.
And there's steady mass reporting.
Nope. I've never reported Natasha.
I just sent in 13 more screenshots to YouTube, legal, of people saying they're mass reporting. 13.
And they don't care. And you want to know why they don't care? It's because your channel was taken down and terminated. They told you you may not have another channel, yet you continue to make them. And it's a subscriber's right. If they don't feel comfortable with your content, they can hit that flag if they want to. There is nothing saying that they can't do that. It is well within the subscriber's right to do that if they find that that's something that they need to do. End of story. So the fact that, YouTube doesn't get back to you on that is because they don't fucking care. In fact, last time I heard, they wouldn't even sign for your certified letter, that should tell you everything you need to know. And I would love to see her try to go to the YouTube headquarters and get a reaction, because when it comes down to it, all of our channels here, we are like the last level here. Like, we are tiny channels comparatively to a lot of these. Like, we are not money makers for them. They do not care. They do not care. And even, your true crime with the 27,000, even that isn't big in the grand scheme of things. Like, YouTube, like, you are not their concern or priority, whether you have a lawyer or not, which we all know you don't. But, if you want to go with that narrative.
Yeah, well, how did Bernice get down? Did they match for her too? Do you know?
Yeah, I'm sure they did. But, I mean, this was the first time she got hers taken down. And
Right.
the first time, it doesn't take near as long. This is my fourth.
You would know.
So they need to review it in depth.
I hope so.
Plus, you have a lot of content too, so maybe they're taking time to get through it. I don't know.
Oh, I hope so. Oh, I hope
I
they
don't know
see. She
either.
doesn't even have an answer.
The one that's doing this.
She doesn't want them going
They
through
sent
it.
2 certified letters to YouTube and have yet to get a return. Little green slip saying that it's been signed for.
Oh, poor baby. Imagine that.
Wow. We were watching some
Listen to
of your
this,
shows
guys.
last night and listening to you read those texts. I mean, they are concerning. I just want you to move forward within the best interest of you and your family's safety.
I just want my channels back and for people to leave me the fuck alone.
Do you see how quickly she says that? Dorothy's expressing concern for her family, based on texts that I'm sure aren't real, and automatically it sounds like that was super impulsive. Like, I feel like she didn't realize what was coming out of her mouth. She just goes, all I want is my channels back, and for people to let me scam in peace. I thought that was interesting, the way that went down.
Yeah.
And all these people who are flip-floppers and who shit talk and run channel to channel and talk shit about me, because they've come in my channel and been passive aggressive and I've said something back to them, and they got their feelings hurt, so then they run out and talk about how shitty I am, and then they participate on these other channels like I'm some big bad person and this, that, and the other. I see one of them in here right now.
There she is, trying to control the chat, trying to tell Dorothy who she can and can't have in her own damn chat.
I just, I really wish they would take a step back and learn to shut the fuck up.
Well, I think people are too quick to jump too. Just because you have maybe you guys had a little bit of a, friction. There's no need that very same day to jump to the hate channel.
Do it.
Just go hate
Jump
immediately, and they need to let the emotions settle down.
Jump.
And make.
We have cookies
based on
and candy,
information or the actual situation, not on emotion.
and a bouncy castle.
Exactly, save the drama. Exactly. And a lot of these people that come in my channel and they make comments and passive aggressive bullshit, and then when I call them out, I'm the problem. Stay off my fucking channel then.
I've literally never gone to a channel of a creator that I don't like and even so much as typed in the chat. I have no need to do that. Here's the thing, Jess was mentioning the other day that who's the they? Why is everybody lumped in together? I've never reported her. In fact, the only video I've ever reported on YouTube, like in my entire time on YouTube, is the one that was made about Natasha's dead aunt. Ironically enough, that is the only video that I have ever flagged. So I don't know who the they is. Like, a lot of most of us, in fact, I haven't seen any really creators going in and causing issues, yet she likes to do everything she can to make it seem like creators who speak out against her are the enemy. She's very good at doing it too. I feel like that's what blinds half her audience, is that she's done such a good job at discrediting us as being crazy or, you name it. I mean, I'm missing a whole bunch of them. And I think that's part of the problem. And they won't go fact check because they'll think that we're, manufacturing the receipts that we show, because I have seen no receipts from Natasha, seen plenty of receipts here. And it's just this crazy mess that it's disturbing.
And then run back and talk shit everywhere else about it after I do it. I'm over people like that. And you can sit up in here and act like you're this and you're that, and you've got all these. You ain't got shit. But the fact is, if you had an issue, then stay away from my channel. If you don't like me, don't like me. Don't come on my channel and make comments and say shit and not think that you're going to get called out.
Well, same for your people.
Then run back and act like you're the victim.
Ariana.
What was the comment? I really want to know what the comment was.
If there's not a comment, I just saw somebody that's done it.
Oh. See that shit, guys?
Yeah, well, I don't think people realize, I never realized, Natasha, how much it is to deal with so many negative comments and videos being said and written about one person and them seeing some of it. I do my best.
I don't care because it's not them.
Yeah.
And that's what I said the other night. You know, everybody's like, if anything happens and it's to me, not one person gives a shit.
That's not true. When something happens to you, Natasha, there's outrage like crazy. All these people immediately are on like this like crusade to like, you know, crucify anybody who's, you know, even remotely associated with this, even if they didn't do it. So here she is playing the woe is me card. I don't have any friends, when that would be so insulting to me. So insulting to me if I was one of her subscribers and I was hearing her, you know, I remember that, you know, everything. It's never enough. It's never good enough. She's a gluttonous like moo cow and like, or what was it? A Chessie heifer? You know, I'm going to go with that. I'm guessing Chessie is short for Chesapeake, or I have no idea. Could be very wrong. I don't know livestock and the names for all of that. That is not something I am familiar with, but yeah, let's continue.
I said,
it's just Natasha. Nobody cares.
Exactly.
She's a piece of shit. She's not a real person. She sucks. She's this. She's that.
These people need to consider what they've fucking done too, though. Especially you, Dorothy. You know, you can't just lash out at people for no reason whatsoever. I didn't do shit to you. Nothing. None of the things that you've said about me are remotely true. I have fucking I had never spoken to the people that you state that I spoke to for you to turn on me like that. Never. Never. Do I talk shit about you now? Damn right I fucking do. Yeah, I sure do. But before that, I had never said a bad word about you. And I encourage you, get me the receipts. Fucking show it. Prove it. Prove it. If you're so sure of it, fucking prove it. You can't.
Let's give her some more of it. They don't care. They don't care that I'm a real person. They don't care that what they do and say hurts me. The only thing that they care about,
a lot of people can't handle that level of negative attention. It's so toxic. And then you have people underneath picking up lies about you, saying misstatements, just fabricating shit.
Oh, yeah?
And you want to correct it all, but there's no possible way you can. It's extremely frustrating.
Yeah, it sure is, Dorothy. Imagine that.
Last night I was just done with it, you know, because people can say whatever they want to. I've worked so freaking hard to build, especially, you know, the True Crime Channel.
Blah, blah,
for
blah.
freaking years. And to have every bit of that taken away because people don't like you.
You mean by streaming WFLA, and I hate using this term for it, getting lucky with a big case and people came to watch you stream the news? Is that what you mean by working hard? Because your True Crime Channel, it was pretty stagnant in terms of growth up until then. That was when you had a big spike. I mean, I don't know what working hard is if you're sitting like what I'm doing right now. I don't consider working, or working hard. I put effort into my, like these clip videos that I'm showing you here. I put effort in. This takes me hours to do and time and get everything right. Like I don't consider what I'm doing right now though to be, you know, working so hard on these things. It's not because people don't like you. The only person responsible for your channels not being here, Natasha, is you. You need to accept that. There's nobody has the power to take it down but you. And the reason they continue to is because YouTube takes them down because you're not supposed to be here. And they have told you that.
Right. You know, and this was finally, I mean, I didn't make a penny for 3 years.
Oh, boo-boo.
3 years. When I finally had gotten to a point that I had an income that I could depend on. You know,
YouTube is not guaranteed income. One more time for the people in the back row. I would clap in your face if I could, but I fucking hate. Nobody fucking claps in my face. I want to, you want to piss me off? Clap in my face. See what happens. But yeah.
I knew how much I was going to make every month.
But why didn't you make any money for 3 years? I don't understand.
See, that's what I'm saying. Dorothy asks these questions. It makes me think that she thinks she's going to outsmart Natasha in the end.
In that.
I was on Facebook. You don't make money on Facebook.
Oh, they do the penny things, right?
Well, they didn't even have monetization at that point.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't like Facebook.
I didn't start making any money until I moved to YouTube. Now I'm going to nothing. unless somebody decides to send me a super chat.
Oh, and
Right.
you should be grateful.
It sucks. It sucks to have to rely on, other people to send you money.
Oh, so that's your career, though. You rely on other people to send you money. That's your entire income, per your own words. And it's not guaranteed income. Things change really quickly. I mean, you need to be grateful for what you have when you have it. YouTube is a fickle beast, like I'm telling you. And the algorithm keeps changing. You never know when your channel is going to go under, or when you're going to make it, or have a big break. I mean, it can go either way. But you can't just guarantee. It's not guaranteed income. This, as you have just seen, it could all be taken away in an instant. But that's your own fault. And I know that's very hard for her to understand. But I think it's silly. If you're going to make money on here, you best be putting some of that away. Because this isn't guaranteed, and it's not a right. I mean, it is a privilege. It's a privilege that I'm able to do this with all of you and have such a great audience. I mean, I am honored that anybody listens to me at all. And I hate hearing people that are so fucking ungrateful. It drives me nuts. And if I was a subscriber of hers, like I've said 1,000 times, it would bother the fuck out of me.
Huge decrease.
Well, that's what I said. I mean, I read out last night how much I've made, because they're all talking about how much. Oh, she makes so much. I made $15, $24, $28. That's how much.
Hold on. I think that's the end of it. Hold on. Okay. I'm back. Okay. Hopefully everybody was behaving. Yes, justice for Buddy. Exactly. Yes. Hopefully people were on their good behavior. I hope so. I hope you guys could hear that. But yeah, we'll go over this again. Yeah, it's not that hard to run your mouth and sit in a recliner 24/7. Exactly. Positive advisor. Exactly. That is, and that's just my opinion. I mean, I'm not trying to discredit anybody who feels like they work hard doing this. I mean, you can put a lot of effort into content. I mean, there are some people that have, and there's the fireworks. Like, oh God, I hate living here so much. It's always so loud. And I have to have the windows open because it's so hot. I'm glad everybody's been good. I hope everybody's been, yes, that makes me happy. After how the beginning went with all of it. But I do want to show that email one more time. So guys, we're going to read out loud the email that I received from Dorothy's mod, Ariana, where she has, found it. Yeah, I am just so, living in her head rent free that she changed her name. She changed her name, guys, to include, to try to throw jabs at me. I think this is really funny. So yeah, she thinks she made up the word sneaky snake and that I stole the phrase from her. But so there's that. And don't tell me April B- isn't a jab at me. But let's read the email together. And I redacted your last name, like I said, because I'm not a piece of shit person. But I almost didn't, but because I wasn't looking at it. I was just gonna pop it on here, and when I put it onto StreamYard, I was like, oh shit, I'm not gonna do that. That's not gonna happen because I don't do shit like that, believe it or not. But so her title was "Hey Annoying Bee," and it says, "I see you used what I said for your bio, meaning the sneaky snake. So original, sarcasm, but I will let your corny ass keep it. Here is some free advice. Work on your jokes and stop stealing people's phrases. Yours truly, Ariana. Okay. And this is because I had the phrase sneaky snake in my about section, which I think is hilarious because sneaky snake, that was from The Simpsons. I said that when I remember it distinctly. It was, I said it about a friend of mine's ex-boyfriend who cheated on her. And I said, sneaky little snakes with their sneakers laced up for sneaking. Like, you didn't make that up. Who exactly, Granny? Who doesn't say sneaky snake? This bitch thinks that she owns the phrase sneaky snake. It blows my mind. Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sorry, that's not original. Oh, my bad. And like Dorothy's original at all. Oh God, get the fuck out of here. Dorothy was saying, oh, actually, maybe it was Ariana because she's the one who likes to talk about me the most. Perhaps, why are there fireworks? I can't. My dogs might start barking. So yeah, it's crazy. I am so tired. Like, yeah, Dorothy says that she coined the word fuckery too. Hold on, guys, I gotta mute my mic really quickly. Okay, I didn't know how long I'd been on here for. Jeez. Hold on. Yo, from a rant. You still I remember that, Granny. I remember that. They thought that that was a thing. Right, yeah. I'm like, "What the fuck? Where do these people come up with this?" I wish I still had the email I got from, a Natasha supporter, when they thought that I had made the aunt video, which is I don't even it was because their thumbnail was a still from one of my videos. I don't know. Um, and that was a fun one. Um, apparently I should be very afraid of the Lord Jesus Christ and should check myself into a mental institution because I'm sick. Um, yeah, that was a fun one. I might read that one next. I'm sure if you're a creator, a lot of us have gotten some really fucking weird ones. But that's the weirdest one. Like, imagine sending an email to somebody that you don't like and you're trying to one up and have spelling like that. Really? Really? I do too, Granny's watching. I agree with you. I've thought that from the get go. I really have. It felt like it just felt that to me. Um, but yeah, she is just like these people, like they think that I don't know what I don't know what I did to Ariana, but like this is one that's been a bitch to me from the get go. And now I guess yeah, and she's going on. She goes into chats and she's always talking about what a snake I am, and all Apparently she's that obsessed with me that she's gonna put a B in her name too, giving me the finger. Hold on one second. Okay, I am back. Yes. You're right. Yeah, granny. That's also a word that belongs to Dorothy. You can't use that. That's not original. Like nobody's been using. Everybody says sneaky snake. Yeah, Ariana, do you have a bee in your bonnet or like up your ass or I don't know. Like what the fuck? Sometimes, yeah, yeah, and yeah, exactly. And I almost, yeah, she's very scary. I mean, there's two of her, Granny. So, but yeah, like seriously. Like, what the fuck did I do? I mean, I guess I've been poking the bear. That's fair. But of course I'm going to talk about it. Like with the shit that comes out of her mouth, not just about me. That's not all I care about other people too. I'm not going to just sit back and let it happen. And I don't need a reason to talk shit about people either. Like I think people forget that. I don't need a reason. I can wake up one day and decide I want to talk shit about somebody, and it's my God-given right to come on here and do so as long as I don't break terms of service. Um, so unfortunately for them, yeah, and Dorothy with the saying that I'm bees. I'm not plural. That's your girl Ariana. Your girl Ariana has like two personalities. I'm not bees. I identify as a single a single person here, so there's no multiples of me. Not at all. Oh yes. Oh, Vivian's been dumped by Wog too now. Oh, Vivian. And was that I heard it was over the whole her saying Natasha's aunt was a witch thing too, which I was the one who resurfaced that clip recently. So I don't know if I forgot. Natasha doesn't know who I am. Um, even though I've been on her panel many times. A long time ago though. So yeah, like I don't know what. Sometimes at first I wondered if Ariana was Dorothy. I mean, I don't know, like wild conspiracy theories. I'm like, who the fuck is so up somebody's ass? It's weird. Like, but then I was like, okay. And then with that email, I don't know if that's your last name or not. I sure hope not. I don't know why you'd send me that. But I'm not gonna do anything with. I wouldn't do something like that. Contrary to popular belief, I've never gone real life. Um, never not something that I do. Yeah. Oh, she's one of Dorothy's OG mods. She's a lot of fun. I haven't heard her say much. I mean, she's kind of obsessed with me right now. But yeah, there's I mean, a lot of people are getting Dorothy's wrath recently. But yeah, she thinks she's gonna outsmart Coops, and she's not gonna outsmart Coops. Coops is gonna like wipe the floor with it, or what? Yeah, that's gonna be a spectacle to watch. I might play like Katy Perry's Firework while it's going on, and we can all just have a great time because that's gonna be fabulous. Um, because Dorothy deserves it. Like I don't even think they probably like each other. It's all money moves, and I've explained why I think that. I just don't know what I haven't figured out what Natasha's benefit from Dorothy is quite yet, because mark my words, I think Natasha's gonna get pretty ticked turtle, like that she's getting all this money from her subscribers, especially when she's begging on the internet so hard. I feel like that might bother her. Now, I've gone either way. I thought maybe she was doing, like, having her subscribers do these nice things to, like, prove the haters wrong, even though it's like an example that is pre-planned and done for the wrong intentions. I wondered that, kind of like, well, actually not kind of, exactly what she did with CJ's teeth. I was thinking maybe it was that for a while, which would be less, interesting than, if people were really, like, giving money to Dorothy and not Natasha. And Natasha will have a big problem with that. Mark my words. Yeah, this Ariana has both. It's just her name 2 times. It makes, well, this is her name now. I'm getting a kick out of this. This is like, I think it's funny. Yes. Yeah, the fuck you B. Ariana, fuck you B, Ariana. The sneaky snake of BeePlus. I missed the comment above that. I don't know what it was. And then don't tell me this isn't a jab at me too. April B-. Get the fuck out of here. I don't even know who that is. I don't know who that is. I've never even heard of that person before. Never seen him. But yeah, that is the basic gist of it. And I don't, if you think it bothers me, it doesn't fucking bother me. Like, you think you made up that word, that just makes you look like a dumbass in front of, eventually my video will get hundreds of views and they'll all see what a fucking dumbass you are. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, send stupid fucking emails. I will talk about it, Bob, because that is something else. Something else. For somebody who likes to call other people dumb constantly. You might want to, get, because it's not a text message, it's an email. So you can type the full word. It's very easy to do. It's your, although maybe you were maybe you didn't know which form of your to use. So you just, thought you'd play it safe and just abbreviate it, to save some face. I mean, maybe that's it. I mean, I'm not going to call people dumb today. I'm not in that mood. I'm not in that mood. I'm going to let that go. I'm kind of calmed down tonight. I should usually go live in the morning. I'm much more fired up in the morning. At night, I'm like chill. But oh my God, these people they're having like a soap opera going on in there. I can't keep up. I can't keep up with who's friends with who and not friends. And, here's my stance on it. Because I know a lot of people have asked about oh, did you voices? Hi, Kathy. I know I am a forgiving person, right? So I am, and I'm at my core a nice person. But there are just some people that I don't know if I can, welcome into my community, if that makes sense, because if they've been booted from NC, it's like, they'll want to come over here, and it's going to take some time, if at all. There's some people that have done some stuff that I can't overlook. I just can't. I mean, obviously I'm not going to go after them. I'm not going to be mean, but I'm certainly not going to be like, happy to see them. I can't. I don't really have a good example of that quite yet, but I just want to make it clear. I mean, I have, if any creator ever tries to tell you where you can and can't go, like Natasha just did, well, she's always done, but really did yesterday or today, that's not right. That's not right. And you don't have to, like, people over here either. Like, that's fine. No one's asking you to, like, flip-flop or whatever, but that's not a community or, a channel that there's other stuff out there. Okay. Like, don't let yourself be abused and manipulated like that. Like, it's not a good look, and people deserve better. Most people, like I said, there are some people in her chat that I just plain out don't like and think are really not nice people, plain and simple. But yeah, hold on. I don't understand why they can't see through douche canoe. It blows my mind. It absolutely baffles me. At first, I was getting feedback from people, and they were like, "Hey, people don't actually believe that it's a joke at this point, but they do. But they do. I've seen it." And she's tried to push it. She's like, "Well, I've had people that have texted back and forth with douche canoe." And Natasha, you have multiple phones. Who's to say that douche canoe, the number that these people think are douche canoe, isn't somebody in your household? Nobody knows. Just because it comes from a phone number doesn't mean it's real. But a lot of people don't realize that, I guess. Yeah, guys, and here's a public service announcement. If don't share anything with Dot. Actually, I'd suggest people not, share anything, period, that they don't, want to risk being told, because unfortunately there are a lot of sneaky snakes. Or people who get caught up in stuff and do stuff for the wrong reasons. There's a lot of that too. Say no to group chats. Always. Always. And unfortunately, Dorothy, don't think she's your friend. She's not your friend. She called, she says I was trying to get information out of her. Bullshit. That entire conversation was you asking me questions about me and stuff that I wouldn't want being put on YouTube. Don't get it fucking twisted. She's going to get information and she's going to hold on to that for a rainy day. Or, when the voices in her head tell her that somebody's betrayed her or whatever tells her. I don't know. I don't know if she wakes up and like shakes a magic 8-ball and is like, did this person betray me? And you're only good until you can say ask again later. I don't know. I don't know how her mind works. I can't fucking justify it. I can't explain it. I think they should probably study her. Yeah, that's just my opinion. But yeah, never, ever share stuff with her. Don't think she won't throw you under the bus, because if she could throw me under the bus when I did nothing, she'll throw you under too. That's just a fact. That is just a fact. And unfortunately, a lot of people seem to get I'm an oversharer anyway. I'm an open book. I talk about it's a fault. It's a fault. But there's really nothing that anybody could say at this point that would bother me. I just don't care. I just don't care. If you're going to dig on me, like I said, the worst you're going to find is a really emo Twitter account that I've gotten locked out of that I can't sign back into when I was going through a bad breakup when I was 20. And it's super, super emo. There's like a lot of like dark song lyrics and like other weird shit. But if that's what you want to bring here and you want to show the world, I'd actually get a kick out of it. Please do. I would love that. But that's probably the worst you're going to find on me. That's the worst you're going to find on me. Now, it makes me wonder. I'm going to leave that for another day. I'm not going to say that quite yet. But it makes me wonder what else is coming out of your camp, Dot. It makes me wonder. I've had a couple things that I've been suspicious of, but with behavior like that, sending me stupid emails like that, what the fuck? It's just stupid. Yeah, she did positive advisor. She did. It was very disturbing. And I get that, people are, but then I think to myself that if people like Natasha, there's no reason that they shouldn't like people over here. It's like people think things are okay based on what side they're on. And it is a mutual thing, I guess. But here's the thing. Here's my rationale. I don't need a reason. I can talk about what I want to. I can wake up tomorrow and decide that I want to talk about whoever, and there's nothing that says I can't. That's how YouTube works. Like, do you really like Natasha? If people didn't talk about you, you wouldn't be relevant. You're actually, people talking about you actually helps your channel, and you fucking know that. You know that. Don't play games. You fucking know that. And that's the thing. It's like she likes to pretend that it bothers her. She was saying stuff today too that she was trying to say bothered her, and I'm like, that doesn't actually bother you. That doesn't bother, but of course you want to make it sound like that so you can sadfish. You think that somebody mocking her chanting, quote unquote, is really going to hurt her feelings? Really? Do you really think that that's something that she's upset over? I don't think so. But it makes us sound bad, so it's a win for her. But yeah, I am just so I'm just tired of a lot of things, but at the same time, it's like, I'm just gonna do what I want. I don't need a reason. I don't need a reason to talk about what I want to talk about. Now, when it comes to Dorothy, I have every right to talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about with her. I'm all set. Between you and the people associated with you, yeah, I have no hesitation. I fucking hate living here. I can't. And people are driving really badly today too. I don't know what's going on with that. But now I'm babbling. I could be humming though. Would that be better? Would you guys like it if I was just humming? But that's what I have to say. If there was ever a clear indication that Natasha is controlling and she doesn't want her people going elsewhere, because of course, if they went elsewhere, they would see that we're not all these monsters. Now, I want to make it clear that we're not a they. Like, all of us are different in ways. We all have something unique to offer. We all have differing views. I like people that, voices doesn't, I don't know. I don't know much about that. I'm just using her as an example that she doesn't like, and maybe vice versa. You never know. But the difference between, like, we don't come on here and fight about that. That's okay. Like, I can like different people. So we're not all the same. So there's a good chance that maybe somebody would like one of us more than another. Or, I don't like everybody that speaks out about Natasha. That's for damn sure. I think people know who I like at this point. I'm pretty vocal in chats and stuff, but I will, yeah, Catnip, I will respond because that was uncalled for. It was out of nowhere. Now, for her most recent comments, I understand. I expected it. But she's thrown out the two things that I've mentioned to her. And she's already said those things. So, I mean, she has nothing else on me. So I'm not really worried. It's an acceptable loss to me. Because neither of those things are true. She doesn't even have her information right, but that's okay. I'm not going to argue with her. If people want to think that about me, then let them. Let them. I'm not going to convince anybody. They're going to say I'm lying. And I don't owe anybody anything. I don't owe anybody, coming on here and having to, take my meds in front of people so people realize I'm telling the truth. That's stupid. But I'm not going to lie for my grand finale. I might do it. Just to put this to bed once and for all so y'all can see that she's a fucking liar. And if she lied about me and she lied, and I mean, others of you, I mean, Granny knows that she lied about her too. I mean, we know deep down, we know in our own heads whether somebody's lying or not. I don't know. So if she lied, what else is she lying about? Probably a lot. I feel that she lies about quite a few things. Yeah. Let's see. NC sucks. Yeah, the humming makes me want to, and she does it because she knows it bothers us, a lot of us anyway. But I can't imagine it doesn't bother a lot of her subscribers too. I mean, how can anybody enjoy that? That's all her lives are. She does about 10 or 15 minutes of like dragging somebody, and then she's out of steam and ammo. So she either turns it over to her panel to do while she stalks people on her phone, goes on and off camera, or the other option is it's dead silence as she hums and sings to herself, and then at strategic points adds in where her fund is at. It's so predictable. And this is the content y'all want to pay for on Patreon, really? I mean, to each their own. I mean, if it's your money, you do what you want with it, but that's not, I mean, that's not what I want to watch. And I didn't even realize how much of her lives are just dead silence, these long pauses. And it's like, it's not even better if you speed it up. Like there's no fixing it. It is a fundamentally broken thing. And it's annoying. It's certainly annoying. Yeah, the humming, and that she's going to get nasty if she's, the red and, or at this point, yellow, I've noticed, and the humming and whatever. I mean, I'm more here because I want to stand up against what's going on to other people. I mean, I could care less really about what's done to me at this point. There's nothing they have on me. So I'm not worried. I mean, they'll make up stuff, I'm sure. And they'll harass me and send me stupid emails and try to come into my chat and derail it and be stupid and drop my name and put a B in their names or something else that's equally immature and stupid. That's stuff that people in middle school do. That's not really what adults do constantly, but that's okay. I'm flattered. You're so obsessed with me. I'm flattered. I've never had somebody be obsessed with me before, so this is brand new territory for me. I mean, I'm here for it. And I'm not gonna. Yeah, I had to rethink a lot of people I disliked because of what Dot said as well. Yeah, and I'm gonna also make it clear. I've heard that Dorothy has always been a problem. I don't want to discredit from that at all, but I just, in my opinion, like I met Dorothy, quote unquote, on YouTube, in November. And the person that was there in November, that is not who's here now. I don't know what happened. But like I said, I know she's been problematic before that too, that I didn't even have the displeasure of seeing. But I don't know what I mean. I have some thoughts about what happened, but I know how much that bothers her. I know how much it bothers her that if I don't know why it bothers her so much. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to explain what heroin chic is. I wasn't suggesting that's what she's doing. That's not what that means. But she's very upset about that, so I figured I'd say it again. Maybe I'll add it to my name. I can, yeah, we'll have some fun. I can think of a lot of things. But I have a lot more clips and I put them all together. But I have to get off of here for now. I have to eat dinner. I have not eaten and it's almost midnight. And I'm sorry about the interruption earlier. I'm going to get better at doing these things. It's been a while since I've live streamed, and I'm still figuring. I always forget to put it on subscribers only, and I know that if I don't, I get like an influx of people being really stupid, trying to troll me with dicks and stuff like that, because, why not? Why the fuck not? Which is more annoying than anything else. But yeah, I know, Michelle, you're gonna scold me. I know. But I want to thank you all for being here. I can only get better from here. I mean, I've got a lot. I just wanted to come on here and show you guys that email first and foremost. Like, I have a bunch of other clip videos that I want to show you. I have a really good one about Dorothy. I also will be playing the clip of because Natasha's been very adamant lately that she didn't describe Jess's house. And she absolutely fucking did, and I have the clip. So I'm either gonna post that as a video, or I'm gonna come on here and do that on here. I or make a clip video and we can react to it, and I'll add that into it. There's another one that I need to find that she's claiming never happened that I know for a fact did. And I cannot remember what it is. But I will. But I'm going to play that for everybody because I want to put that to bed once and for all, because she absolutely did. Because I know I texted I don't remember who I texted, but somebody I immediately texted somebody and was like, do you hear what Natasha's saying right now? Do you hear what she's saying about Jess's house? She's describing, and she was describing it in a way that might have gone over people's heads and basically, but you don't know. People know what's, that's, you don't do stuff like that. Nobody would like it if, like, although, we have people that, don't really value their own privacy. I mean, you have Dorothy, who on a live, literally was screeching her entire government name and address on a live. I just want to make it clear. I have a clip of that too. So if she ever wants to claim people doxed her, you said your entire government name and address on a live. Out of your own fucking mouth. So miss me with that. But I'm not going to put that in a video because I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not going to perpetuate that information like you did to Jess, Dorothy. Not going to do that. Even though I probably should, but that's not something I do. So yeah, I'm going to get off of here for now. I thank you all so much for being here, and I will be on probably not tomorrow night because I have papers due tomorrow night, but Monday, maybe tomorrow night if I'm ambitious and get shit done. But that doesn't always happen, but if it does, I will, and we'll do another video. So good night, guys, and I hope to see you guys. I'm sure I'll see you guys very, very soon.